Hello, welcome to Math with Mr. Dobrescu, to the rescue. Today we are going to find cube roots. When you multiply a number by itself twice, you cube that number. Let's take a look at this number here, number 4. So if you multiply 4 twice, 4 times 4 and then times 4, you get 64. Or we can rewrite 4 times 4 times 4 as 4 to the third power. And that little 3 there at the top is called the symbol for cubing, and that's the exponent of 3. And of course, 4 cubed, or 4 times 4 times 4, is 64. Now, to undo this, we are going to take the cube root of that number. So now we are going to take the cube root of 64. So cube root of 64, and again, this symbol here, the square root with the 3 at the top there, actually the cube root, this is called the symbol for the cube root. We have the radical sign with the 3 at the top, and that's called the cube root. So the cube root of 64 equals 4 cube root of 4 to the third power, because 4 to the third power can be written as 4 times 4 times 4. And now the exponents of 3, remember, they cancel out. And now we come out with a clean 4. Okay, so we form groups of 3, right? And only one 4 comes out as the answer when we cube root a number. Pay attention to this. Okay, let's take a look now at another example here. So use a cube root symbol to write the edge length of a cube. A cube root actually is coming from the volume of a cube, and only one edge is going to be the answer for the cube root of a number. Okay, looking at the cube. Okay, then find the cube root. So use the cube root symbol to write the edge length of a cube, right, to find the edge of the cube, and then we are going to find the cube root of that number. Check your answer by multiplying that number 3 times. Okay, so for example, here we know that the volume of a cube in this case is 343 inches cubed, right? So now we know the volume of this cube, which is 343 inches cubed. But we also know that the volume of any shape, right, is area of the base, in this case is a square, so area of the square times the height. But for a cube, all the lengths are the same. So the volume would be side times side, area of the base, and times another side. Or we can say side to the third power, right? Because all the sides in a cube are the same. Okay, so in this case we have the edge of the cube is actually 7 inches, because cube root of 343, right? Cube root of 343 equals cube root of 7 to the third power, because 343 can be written as 7 times 7 and times 7, right? So one side in this case is going to be 7, okay? Because 343 can be written as cube root of 7 times 7 times 7, what we can say cube root 7 to the third power, and remember the exponents cancel out, so we end up with 7 inches. That's it. Okay, that's how we find the cube root of a number using a cube actually as a visual, a 3-dimensional cube. Okay, let's take a look at another example here. Now we have example B and example C. In this case here we have another cube. The volume of that cube is 27 feet cubed. So now in this case, the 27 feet cubed, remember, to find the cube root of 27, right, we are going to break this number into 3 numbers which multiplied by themselves would give us that number. Okay, and let's find that number. Okay, and let's do that. So we have 27 here, right? So it's kind of trial and error. We know that 27 can be broken down as each of these sides can be written as 3, right? Because If each side is 3, 3 times 3 times 3, 3 times 3 is 9, and 9 times 3 is 27. It only makes sense, right? So this becomes cube root of 3 to the power of 3, or 3 cubed. And remember now, we can cross cancel the exponents, and the final answer is just the 3. So the volume is 27 feet cubed, and the cube root of 27 is actually 3, because each of these sides is going to be 3. Let's take a look at the final example here. Now we have the volume of the cube is 125 meters cubed, right? And now again, we are trying to break down 125 into 3 numbers multiplied by itself. It will give us 125. So of course, that number would be 5. 5 times 5 times 5. Because 5 times 5 is 25, and 25 times 5 is 125. Now we have groups of 3. Remember, from each group of 3, only one comes out as the answer. The same thing here. So now we have equals cube root of 5 to the 3rd power. And remember now, we can cancel the exponents here. So the final answer is just 5. So cube root of 125 equals 5. Please use this concept as you work on more challenging problems. And again, always think of a cube, of a volume of the cube, and to find the answer for that cube root of a number, we are looking to find only one edge of that cube. Thank you all so much for watching, and please don't forget to like and subscribe and share this video. And I'll see you in the next video. All the best to you.